I'm Cynthia Clay, President and CEO of NetSpeed Learning Solutions. Sometimes people ask me, how do you handle inappropriate chats? Usually when they ask this, they're trying to justify why they don't use chat during their webinars, their web workshops, or their virtual classroom sessions. Now, I have to say, I'm always stumped a little bit because I'm wondering what kind of inappropriate chats they're getting that this is such an issue. I've delivered thousands of webinars. Very rarely have I seen chatting that I felt I needed to shut down. So the kinds of things that have happened that I thought, ooh, I wish that wasn't going on, were sometimes during the Super Bowl or other sporting events. People will be chatting about their favorite teams. I've learned to just let them have at it for a few minutes, I may just stop and say, get it all out of your system, because when we move forward, we're going to stop talking about sports, right? But I don't shut it down. I rather kind of play with it and enjoy it and have a sense of humor. I did receive a chat once that I went, ooh, I wish they hadn't done that, where somebody actually made fun of me, and they actually literally typed, ha, 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 your video is out of sync with your audio. That's so stupid looking. And I'm thinking, wow, that was fun. But I didn't want it to stay there, and I had the ability to clear the chat, so I just cleared the chat and went on without commenting on it. Now, not everyone has a web conference platform that allows you to clear it, and if that's the case, you want to just keep people chatting so that it disappears in the chat stream. But the number one response is to not respond to it. Now, I was aware that that individual seemed to be lobbing grenades at me, and so I thought, if they do it again, I'm going to pay attention, and I'm going to signal to my host, by chatting with my host, that perhaps we need to remove that person from the room. However, it was their only foray into ridicule, and they didn't do it again during the session, and through the rest of the session actually participated in a pretty positive way. So, if you find that your group is more unruly than that, you might think about setting ground rules at the beginning, in which you say, here are the kind of chat comments that we're looking for. Personally, I've never had to do that. The techniques I use are clear the chat pod, if your web conference software lets you to do that. Secondly, don't respond to it. Don't give any attention to it. Give attention to the chats you want to reinforce. Thirdly, if it continues and it's disturbing or it pulls people off track, have your host producer just bump that person out of the room. So those are the techniques. I wouldn't worry about it too much because it rarely happens. Thanks.